Hello, I am Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow. Don't wobble your head that fast.
Okay, I'm Chris, also a co-founder, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow. If you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritional and complete meal designed to make doing keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track. So thanks for joining us on our keto journey.
Indeed. Now I'm going to kill it because it's slowing down the computer.
Yeah.
But this, I filmed it in slow motion.
Mm-hmm. That's our front yard.
This is what is happening outside right now.
Although it's a tiny bit darker.
Yes. Okay, so right now, like an hour ago.
Yes.
So it is not spring here.
Nope.
It's like, what's going on, guys? 404, spring not found. Okay, so let me switch that back.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, now you can see out the window again.
Yes, you can. Okay, so let me make sure it's completely dead. There we go. Da-da.
Boink.
Oh, it's not even being used, so it's not even on. Great. Okay.
All right. No problem.
Well, welcome everybody. Let's say hi to everybody.
Hello.
Cameron says, yeah, definitely not springtime. So it looks like Kel is here.
Hello.
So is Miss Imperfectly Imperfect Keto, Perfectly Imperfect. Gina is here. Wants to know how everyone's doing on this Twisted Tuesday.
Yeah.
I went into work at like 6:30 a.m.
Yeah, it was super weird.
because I had some technical things that I had figured out how to do that I've been trying to do for months.
In the middle of the night.
And it's why I woke up at like 3:30 this morning and made some amazing progress on
Yeah.
that.
And we were doing our devotion with our kids this morning, and we got texts and emails from all the schools saying, guess what? It's a snow day. And we're like, good thing we're awake at 5:30.
Virtual learning day.
I know, they don't get snow days anymore.
No more snow days.
It kind of stinks. I wish they could just play in the snow. Although the virtual learning is still like half of school because they don't spend very much time. They just have to get the assignments done and the Zoom calls done if they have teachers who want to do that. So
Linda is here early for the first time.
Linda,
Welcome.
hi.
Storm Chasing Gal is here from Jenks.
hello.
Goomba Lord is here.
Hello.
Let's see. Oh, Carrie got an early birthday gift. Coach Bronson's Ketogenic Workout book.
Nice. That is a good book.
Lori is here. Hi, Lori.
Hi, Lori.
Kel says that's fun. I usually don't meal prep. Finding that on Wednesday, it's important due to all the meetings.
Yes.
Everybody likes to bring junk, and it makes it hard. So big breakfast and lunch.
I feel that.
Yeah. Barbara, Texas Rickard, is here from Louisiana.
Hi, Barbara.
Tejada.
Something.
That says Tejada to me.
Okay.
I'm
sure
sorry I murdered it before.
I'm sure she knows what it is.
Alyssa and John are here from Mississippi. Rick Wynn's here. Chrissy Davis is here.
Hi, guys.
Carrie says we need more snow. A lot of people are complaining about the snow.
It's just because it's old. It's because it's...
We need it so bad.
It's tiring just shoveling and shoveling and shoveling. It's good. I'm so glad we got a good winter. I just hope we don't have floods.
Storm Chasing Gals just got back from Red Lobster. Got salmon and broccoli. That was a good
yes.
Mike says hello from Magna. Had fun shoveling a foot of snow this morning.
Mike. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Christy Davis says the snow is beautiful.
Yeah.
Did I say Shauna said hi?
I don't remember. Hi, Shauna. Hi, Care Bear.
Visual Q says, I'd rather have your snow than the severe storms threatening our area
Oh,
tonight.
yeah. Well, you be safe.
Linda's here. Joanne says, good evening from Arizona. Dennis likes liquid spring. Yeah. Well, it has been kind of
It's been a little bit rainy.
It just got really cold.
For us, rainy.
It will be, so it was 27 this morning.
Yeah.
It's going to be 67 on Saturday.
Yeah. So funny. It's coming. It's coming eventually.
Becky's here from Wisconsin. So I'm Chasing Gal. So excited for my second My Chow.
Yay!
John is here. Hello, John. Back at you. Rihanna says, hi, friends. So done with the snow.
Yeah.
John says, I'm both allergic to spring and snow.
Well, yeah, I feel that. It is, I mean, there is something to say about allergies in the snow because it's a lot easier to sneeze less without the spring beautiful flowers and stuff.
Barbara says,
Tahada.
Yeah, but it's an E. Entonces yo voy a decir Tejada, porque así es como se va a pronunciarlo en castellano.
¿Cómo?
Lynette says, hey, everyone.
Hi, Lynette.
Jennifer says, will you be giving out raspberry cheesecake at KetoCon?
Oh.
So in the past, we've typically used raspberry cheesecake as a flavor for pudding on one or two of the days.
And we can do that again.
We probably will be doing that because, in case you did not know, raspberry cheesecake is back in stock.
Back to reality. Is that the right words?
No, that's not the right words, but hey, you got it right. Yeah, it's back in stock. It actually came back in stock while we were away, trying to get into the spirit of spring.
Yeah, well,
apparently it didn't work.
It was like total summer there. It was so hot.
It was like 80 degrees. 80 degrees.
So hot.
3 o'clock in the morning, 80 degrees. 100% humidity.
Yep.
It's raining hard, 80 degrees.
I mean, it was nice.
Middle of the day, 80 degrees.
It was actually really funny to stick my feet in the ocean and have the water warmer than the air.
Yeah.
That was weird.
It was a lot of fun. Marianne says, good evening from Jacksonville, Florida.
Hi, Marianne.
My family is here. Kathy's here from Snorri, Colorado. I'm over it.
Snowy. Hi, Kathy.
See, the thing is, if it snows in Colorado, that means that all of that water will go into Lake Powell and Lake Mead. I really need it.
I want to go swimming.
Type 1 Keto says it was low visibility blizzard, then hail on my drive home.
Oh, yeah, that's scary. I'm glad you're home safe.
Serena says Southern California rain is finally letting up for the next couple of weeks.
Oh, good. Yeah, you guys have had a lot of craziness too.
Sky says, hey, all the peeps, I cannot seem to tag on my phone, but I do see you.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
It's tagging on your phone.
Tagging on your phone's hard because you have to do the @ and then type their name exactly, right? And just spelling is hard to remember, and yeah, I feel that.
Bertha's here from Florida, and Carrie says they're fixing to get lots of rain on Wednesday and Saturday.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Joanna says it was supposed to be in the 90s this weekend in Arizona.
Oh,
Alyssa and John says a creamy Keto Chow ice cream, 12 eggs, 5 bacon pieces, about a pound of fat out of beef every day at 8 a.m., 7 days a week, and a Bones coffee. My meal prep is super easy.
Yay!
Gary says, can you snow ski in Utah? I have done snow skiing before, but it's been a while. We were actually supposed to go back at the
in January.
February. We decided to visit Joe and Rachel instead.
Yeah, we cut our snow trip. But it's so funny because we live here with the greatest snow on earth, right? People come here from all over the place to ski in our mountains, and they're gorgeous, and the powder is great. And what's so nice, so I didn't really realize this, but when our friend Scott came from Nebraska, he's like, you can play in the snow. We send his kids out in the snow at like 8 p.m. and they had all their snow gear on, but after a while you kind of get hot when you're playing in the snow, so you take your coat off, so you have your snow pants on and gloves and your just regular shirt that you're wearing because you're hot. So like the temperature is still bearable even though it's cold enough to keep snow here.
Yeah, that particular time.
Yeah, so.
Speaking of which, Sky says I'm a weirdo who's hanging on for 100 plus degrees. I know.
Oh, yeah.
That's because you live in Palm Springs, man.
Yeah.
Like, you might as well live where you're happy,
right? You should get one of those sauna blankets. I want to get one of those.
Kathy says I tried raspberry cheesecake yesterday and it was so delicious.
Nice.
I actually realized, Holly O'Frey, our
warehouse
manager, realized that the batch that we had tested was the batch of the single packets.
Oh.
We had actually gotten 2 different batches of the large bags.
Okay.
And so I tested those today.
And they passed?
They tested fine.
Good, because we were already selling
them. That was a bit of a...
like, oh crap.
So we test every single batch.
Yeah.
Julia says, hola guys.
Hola.
J-Dog says, yes, 61 days into the low-carb cruise.
Oh, nice.
Jennifer says, I have never been to any events yet. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Shauna says, I'm just worried about when all the snow melts here in Northern California.
I know.
A lot of the lakes and reservoirs are near full.
Yeah, California's having a hard time already.
Well, and here in Utah, they've started emptying the reservoirs.
Ahead of time.
The spring melt.
Yeah, we have had people already filling sandbags just in case.
J-Dog says, I'm having delicious taco guts dinner with salad,
pepperoncinis,
Those are the yellow peppers.
Yeah.
Salsa and ranch keto taco salad. That sounds delicious.
That does sound good. I need to ask Scott how to make those
Oh yeah, they were just
peppers.
It was cream cheese mixed with
Was it sausage?
yeah, sausage and stuff.
Oh, okay. So it was, instead of a jalapeno pepper,
you
it was
use
just
the
like a
little
sweet, the
green-
little
Yellow,
not sweet
orange,
peppers.
reds
Yeah,
peppers.
but those were good.
Julia says it's raining in high winds here in Chicago.
Yeah.
Grizzly says we've had crazy windstorms in West Virginia for the last week. Today I got up to 82. Nice.
Yeah.
Laura says it's still raining on the Oregon coast. Yeah, but didn't you guys
Doesn't the Oregon coast always have rain?
dry conditions last year? So
Yeah.
Lynn says I went through the high cholesterol talk today. Awesome.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Let's see. Sean says last time I skied was Squaw Valley, California. The weekend the shuttle exploded.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That was a while ago.
Kathy,
I have only skied once. I think I've only skied once. And I fell off the ski lift every time.
Kathy says, how do you test a batch? So if it's a large bag, we expense it out because we actually have to pay use tax on any stuff that we use and not sell. So we have to pay the sales tax ourselves. And then we open it up. Oh, I should marry you.
Yeah, you should.
What's up with that? And then we mix up a batch, test it, and compare it to the other batches that we have. Thank you. Sky wants to know if there is still room on the cruise. So my understanding is there isn't any room left in the group for the cruise. Like you could still book
that cruise,
but I think the low carb cruise, the 2023 low carb cruise, is full. But please do contact Debbie.
Contact Debbie Hubbs.
To find out.
Can we throw the link to the low carb events or something in there so that they can find it?
Low crab events.
Not crab, although I think crab tastes delicious.
So KetoCon's happening.
Yeah.
This is a new one. Just popped up.
Oh, we were in Seattle last week.
You got the Indie meetup, which we need more information about.
Yes.
Utah Quarterly meetup. There's the low carb cruise. And if you go to the lowcarbcruiseinfo.com, it has more information. There was, this is one that also popped up today.
Oh.
There was going to be Keto Summit.
Or symposium?
Symposium.
Did you already take
Keto
it down?
Summit. Keto Summit. I already marked it as draft to take it off the website. It was going to be in early September, and it's not happening anymore, unfortunately. Anyway.
Which we were going to go to that one.
We actually had plane tickets already.
Yeah.
Shauna says, are you filling the Salt Lake? Is it salty enough for fresh water? Oh, yeah. It's more than salty enough.
It's as salty as
it's actually up 2 feet. Well, in January, it was up 2 feet from October, which is a big deal.
Yeah, that's huge.
MG says it's raining this weekend again, trying to move into a new house. We actually don't know if Sam's soccer games are going to happen at all.
Oh, yeah. So he had a soccer game on Saturday that got canceled, which is fine because we couldn't go to it anyway. And then he had practice today that got canceled.
And he has a soccer game on Thursday and on Friday.
So we'll see if they're
actually
They probably will. The snow melted on the roads today.
Well, here's the thing. The grass has to be dry and the ground not muddy.
Because they'll ruin it.
They will absolutely ruin it.
So the city has to let us know if we can play in the parks is what it is.
Brianna says, I've never skied or snowboarded. I have never even touched a ski or snowboard.
How about ice skating? Have you ice skated?
Said Keto's here. Says, hello, is this thing on?
Hello.
No, it's not. We can't hear you.
How are you?
Travis says, yep, there's a big bag of new raspberry cheesecake in the break room that I've been partaking of the last few days. I can confirm it tastes perfectly fine.
I want some.
I think there must have been 3 batches then. Jennifer says, I made a beef protein shake yesterday. I added vanilla extract to make it taste like chocolate beef shake.
Oh, nice.
Karen says, I placed my order today for the raspberry. Awesome.
So awesome.
Alyssa
Karen,
says, does the new raspberry cheesecake have the lower total carbs? So that is actually one of the things we wanted to talk about. Okay. The question was, which flavors currently in production contain the lower amount of total carbs, which is version
2.8.0.
Are the labels on the website the most up-to-date version for that particular flavor?
Well, the labels on the website will be the most up-to-date, right?
They should be. We have a project which is Holly is keeping track of everything and making sure that they have the right things. I'm
But-
going to put my phone on.
But
Do Not
whatever
Disturb.
I could do that too, because mine keeps talking to me.
Well, it's because we're on a group chat.
Oh, are we on a group chat?
Yes, it's with your family.
Oh, I love my family.
Yes, you do. So yeah, Holly is supposed to be keeping track of that and making sure that the website gets updated with the current version. But as far as which ones are the new one, the new raspberry cheesecake is actually old version because we ordered it like a year ago.
Yeah.
Before we even.
But even saying old version sounds bad. It's not
Yeah.
it's not a bad version. It's not old.
Yep.
So
It's the one with the higher acacia gum.
also, if you get it, you're going to see it in your hand. That's going to be the right information that's on the back
Yes.
of the raspberry cheesecake.
Now, as far as which ones have version 2.8, pecan sticky bun, which is out of stock, maple waffle,
yeah.
blueberry cheesecake.
Blueberry cheesecake.
Sorry, blueberry pie. Oh my gosh.
What?
And
I want that.
and the core. I think
Right.
those are the only
Ones
flavors
that have the new.
that currently.
But
have
everything will be rolling out
2.8. Yes.
sometime
Yep.
within the next year.
Shannon says put a ring on. The reason I didn't have my wedding ring on was because I went to get an MRI today, and when was just out of the shower and my hands were kind of cold, I'm like, okay, I'm going to take this off now so I don't have to get on the struggle bus later on today.
Well, and what happens is when you go into the MRI, you're all in the hospital gown, everything, and then you have to take your ring off. You're like, I can't. And they're standing there waiting for you. You're like, ah.
Yep. It was really interesting though. They put the, I guess, reed head, the receiver,
Yeah.
on my shoulder.
Oh.
So rather than, so that was, and then the thing was spinning around. So it's kind of like they put it was like the photographic plate
Yeah.
with all the
I was like, here,
electronics
zone in on this section.
on my shoulder because I have a tear in my shoulder.
Well, the only one I had was on my brain. So they
Brain.
just put my whole head in there.
This guy says the 2KK review of the old and new raspberry cheesecake was really good. Yes, it
Nice.
was.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, I actually texted Joe about that. Karen says, I'm waiting for the Hard to Kill Summit in Omaha.
Oh,
will be
yeah,
going to
we
that
are
as
going to
well.
that too. That'll be way fun. Karen, we got to hang out.
Tina says, tomorrow we're having chocolate raspberry cupcake. Just got all mixed and ready for dinner. Can't wait.
So happy.
Indigo
delicious.
Neely is here. What the what?
Hello.
How's it going? Kathy says it's snowing in Colorado today. 80s next week. Yeah, there
Yep.
you go.
Yep.
Sharon says, has anyone tried using bacon fat instead of butter or cream for making ice cream in the Ninja Creamer?
Oh, I
haven't
don't
ever
know.
Done that.
I bet it would work. I
Now,
bet you
Carrie
could
will
do
tell
your-
you that he's used it with
butter.
chocolate. I personally didn't like
Mm-hmm.
bacon fat with any of the sweet flavors, although it worked really well for the savory flavors. And the tallow, the beef tallow with the chocolate. Wasn't that our beef tallow?
Yeah,
And it's at work somewhere? And you don't know where it is?
maybe.
You should find out where that is.
I know.
With the chocolate core.
I know. I haven't made any keto chow since we got home. I haven't finished unpacking everything, but I'm close.
Radical Geek is here, says evening all. Well, we've got like a week and a half before
I
KetoCon.
know. That's what I just left all my stuff in my suitcase, and then I realized I should just go through it and make sure that I know what's in there.
Yep.
I'll also take out all the swimsuits because we won't need those for KetoCon.
That's true. Radical Geek says previous version. There you go. Filet says, why are all the numbers on the nutrition
Filet.
page wrong on your website? So they're not wrong. They
Yeah.
just will be for different versions
Yes.
compared to the one that you have. The reason for that is everything that we learn about nutrition or that we're changing ingredients based on stuff that's available. We're constantly optimizing the formula. And so what's on the website may not be accurate to what is, it's usually close. But like, for instance, with version 2.6.0, the FDA, the FDA decided that acacia gum was no longer a fiber.
Right.
And then in the next version, the FDA decided it was fiber again. So we had to change the
So we
nutrition
changed it
labels.
and then changed it again.
It's terrible. Anyway,
So we update as soon as possible. But every once in a while, like especially if you have a packet that you've had for a minute, right? If you have one and then you compare it to the website, it may not be the same.
yeah.
So I guess what we're saying is It's possible that they're not the same.
Also, each flavor has different nutrition information.
They're really close, but they're
see.
still different because they have different ingredients.
Let's see if I can pull this up.
They all
really
have the
quick.
same minerals,
Learn.
fiber,
nutrition.
and vitamins, and protein. But they have like different ingredients to go with the flavor.
This one right here. Now, some of these, it looks like, actually, some of these are improperly updated for version 2.8. So I'll need to fix that.
But what we want to do is not point out the mistakes that we make live
I love
on
pointing
the thing.
out the mistakes.
So Chris will make sure that gets fixed tomorrow.
I will. Anyway, yeah, that's why this table may not have the information correct, because I did a dump of version 2.8 when I was updating a bunch of stuff, and it looks like everything got updated, whether it's been released or not. So
Oh, yes. So that will be the future.
that will be the future.
But not all
I'll
of
get
them
that
are
fixed.
there yet.
Uh-huh.
Ta-da!
They say they did Keto Chow for the win for Noah's lunch at the zoo today.
Nice.
Summer Chasing Gal says, glad you don't have 500 inches of snow. At the ski resorts,
At the ski resorts, we do.
have actually
Yeah.
700 inches
Yeah.
of snow.
It's so cool. I mean, and terrifying.
Melissa says, I can't wait for
It's
them to be rolled
terrifying.
out. I'll be able to double my chows per day.
Yay!
Let's see. Indigo Neely says, hey, friends. Sandra says, hey, Neely,
Indigo,
can't wait.
tell your kids I say hello.
You wanted to send
I do.
What's
Want to
his
send
name?
Levi
Levi
an apron.
one of the aprons.
Send Levi an apron.
Lynette, you know what to do.
I was thinking about having Max color it first.
Except it's black.
I know.
But Sandra says, can't wait for you to do some of the cooking with Keto Chow with your daughter. It's fun to watch. Yes, it is. We actually had a lot of fun. Tiffany says, 2 weeks strong here, feeling great and losing
Yay,
weight.
Tiffany!
Melissa says,
so
beef
proud of you.
tallow with the chocolate is wonderful.
Yes. Yeah,
Annabella
where is that?
here. Hi, how's it going? Rihanna says, yep, I've ice skated.
Ice skating is so awesome.
Radical Geek votes for a berry,
Oh, a berry. Yeah.
core version.
That would be fun.
As of right now, and that's a next thing. As of right now, Keto Chow Core is only available in chocolate.
Yep.
And the question is, Keto Chow does the Keto Chow Core contain caffeine? And if so, how much?
Good question.
Here you go. Chocolate, classic and core. 9.2 milligrams from 4 grams of cocoa powder. So
4
yes, it
grams
does.
of cocoa powder is not very much.
Nope. By the way, have you guys noticed that the blog is super snappy now?
I'm sure they did.
Like, you go to one of the pages, like, it loads instantly now.
Wow, wow, wow.
Wow, 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 indeed.
Good
Like,
job.
you wanna check out the new Keto Chum? Well, there it is.
Ye mateys.
Keto Chum, launching April 1st, because it turns out seafood shakes are surprisingly unrepresented in the marketplace.
Yeah.
Not sure why, though.
I thought it was funny. It just happened to be like when we were doing all this water stuff.
Yeah.
We were in Hawaii, we were snorkeling and seeing all the fish and eating fish and
Myra wants to know if there's any chance that we'll have the purple Keto Chow shirt on the website. It's actually on the website. So you go to the bottom of any page on the website. Wow, I picked.
the longest page ever.
Yes, I did. It is, where is it?
I don't know.
Shirts and gear.
Shirts and gear.
Dun, dun, dun.
It'll take you to Amazon.
It's one of these two. There were too many colors and I had to split it.
Purpley, purpley.
There
There it is.
There's also an orange one.
Then
cool
I
thing
call
is-
Chris a pumpkin.
You've got all these different sizes for men, women, and youth. And we don't actually even print them.
Amazon prints them.
And it's priced so that it's like exactly how much it costs to make them. So we actually don't make any money on them at all. Mm-hmm. That was a topic of discussion with your family earlier today.
Okay.
Sharon says triple berry sounds good. And Bill says, I've been eating peanut butter stuffed chocolate biscuits and cookies. Addicted to
Oh,
chocolate.
that sounds good.
Let's see. Sky says I'm holding out for a praline flavor.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
praline flavor, though? Is that...
Ice cream.
Yeah, but is it like...
Pecan? And caramel. And, yeah.
Aaron says I just made my
like
5th
toffee.
order. 2 21 ml bags. Chocolate peanut butter and pistachio this time. Since
Yes.
the blueberry pie is sold out. Best lunch ever.
That's right. I forgot blueberry pie was sold out. I'm sorry.
Jennifer said, I got it. I'm more ketovore. Mike says, I'm late. What's new? It's snowing.
That's not new.
It is not spring yet. Everybody's like, when are the spring flavors going to come out? Obviously not yet.
Sorry.
You're going to have to wait. Mike.
Sorry.
We also had somebody say, what are your spring flavors?
Oh, right.
And so if you go on the website, you go to
list them.
shop.
Root beer float, orange cream, guava grapefruit, orange mango.
Our unavailable
Pina
flavors
colada.
are here.
Oh, there we go.
Orange cream,
key
key lime pie,
lime.
root beer
I
float,
love
orange
key
mango,
lime.
guava grapefruit. The
Let's make key
pina
lime
colada
into
is
egg
currently
pudding.
available. So,
Pina colada is good too. I like pina colada.
let's see. Well, Alyssa says if you guys want a real treat on occasion, use Devon double or clotted cream from Britain to make your creamies or shakes.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that. I think I've even seen it in the store. And since we've been making recipes, I learned what mascarpone cheese is. Mascarpone,
Oh, yeah.
how do you say that?
Mascarpone.
Mascarpone.
Becky says use silver Sharpies to draw on the apron. Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Jason says I don't track macros, but I'm sure I don't undereat. Chiox says Keto Chow Core seafood. There you go. Let's see. Travis says there's a big tub of beef tallow in the break room. I bet you
It's
that's
mine. Yeah.
Miriam's.
Because we took it to Denver and used it, and I never took it home because I didn't know where it was.
Yep.
And that's probably where it is.
Les says I own both of those colors of shirts.
Yay.
This guy says I think Chris did Keto Chum. Yes, I did.
Gross.
Go for distance.
Let's
You
not
will
talk
be
about
judged
it.
on distance and anyway. I actually tested a batch of banana. Gary was talking about banana.
Oh, yeah. I like banana.
Cindy says, what other flavor company do you use besides Olive Nation and
Loran,
Lorenz,
Tarani,
Da Vinci?
You just make sure it's a sugar-free, and you have to be okay with the ingredients. So we are okay with a lot of different ingredients. We just are really picky about some.
Alyssa says pralines are a smoky pecan caramel.
Yeah.
Okay. I love it. Lynn says my sister liked the Keto Chum. She just watched the Hansel and Gretel ads and loved it
Yay!
too. Joe says I've never gotten over 1.5 blood ketones while drinking only Keto Chow and was working out. How much does the amount of sucralose play into this, and why not use other plant-based sugars which won't spike an insulin result? Okay, so there's a couple things to unpack there. Number one, why do you need a blood ketones over 1.5? If you're treating a neurological condition, I can see where that would be
That's true.
interesting. If you're
that
trying to
would be
lose
something.
weight, it may not be necessary.
Right.
Sucralose does not spike insulin. That is according to Dr. Eric Westman. What he specifically said is everyone talks as if there are studies proving that artificial sweeteners rise or spike insulin. There are no studies of that sort
Yep.
at all. I said, really? He said, yes. And then like 2 years later, I asked him, by the way, is this still the case? He says, yes. There are no studies that indicate that artificial or natural sweeteners cause an increase in insulin. Now, as far as plant-based sugars, I'm not sure what you mean by that. I think you
maybe?
might be saying stevia, in which case you might want to check out Keto Chow Core, which is dairy-free and uses stevia as the sweetener. See if that gives you a different result. But you actually might get better results by using butter instead of heavy cream if that's what you're using.
I also don't get very high ketones. Like I have to be fasting to do that.
I
and-
usually don't either. But last time I did only
Yeah.
Keto Chow, my blood ketones averaged 3.0 for the 100 days.
And
I
high.
hit as high as 5.5 for like 5 or 6 days at a time.
Yeah.
So,
But that's not necessary.
especially if you're working out.
Yeah. Which you weren't working out.
I wasn't working out, but they indicated that they were. So.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying that you weren't when you were talking about your
Correct.
example.
Well, we were doing P90.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that again. I like that
I
program.
don't like that. Miss Perfectly and Perfect
You don't
Video says,
like
have a
working
wonderful evening,
out.
my friends. Off to get some restful sleep. Exchange student likes the pina colada breaded shrimps. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
And Robin says, you're looking especially beautiful tonight.
Thank you. You're so nice.
Janice says, I mixed blueberry and raspberry together and got a beautiful purple.
Oh, that sounds good.
Kel says 40 degrees this morning, 78 out now, low 40s in the morning. Welcome to Iowa. We had a intense discussion about that when we were in Hawaii, that it was going from sunny to pounding rain
Yeah.
to
sunny.
and I said, you know,
Completely covered in clouds.
that's just weather. It's not Hawaii weather. It's not Texas weather.
It's just weather.
It's just weather. Anyway, Carrie likes banana. Let's see. Anybody else says I love the surfer dude and the mermaid and the keto.
I
Chow.
know, that's so
Is
funny.
that gluten free? Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, they are gluten free. Alyssa says there is not one single study that's ever been done that can show causality. Yeah. Well, and it's interesting because liquid sucralose, what they're talking about, it hasn't been buffered. It hasn't been, what's the word I'm looking for? When you use something to make it bigger. Anyway,
Enhanced.
you haven't added a
Filler.
bulking agent of maltodextrin. And so if you if you get like sucralose that's mixed with maltodextrin so you can measure it like sugar, that maltodextrin will absolutely cause an insulin response. But the pure sucralose, the actual stuff, you're using such an infinitesimal amount. Like, seriously, we're talking 0.008, I think it is, grams.
Okay.
That much glucose would not cause a measurable change in your blood sugar. Like, it would be indiscernible from background noise. It just isn't enough stuff to do anything. So, Coffee with Charlie says, I love the core. Please make the big bag.
Thank you.
Anybody else says, Chris, would you ever do another Keto Chow challenge? The problem I have is that Miriam doesn't like me not eating with the family.
My feelings get hurt.
She does. So
He could do it if he wanted to.
I could. I've actually thought about doing it.
He was kind of doing it for a minute.
I was. Well, I'm still trying to kind of stick to it, but she made beef stroganoff tonight. And
It was really good.
It was really good.
Good.
I'm kind of thinking of doing a Keto Chow ice cream challenge for like 2 weeks or something like that.
You're already eating ice cream every meal anyway.
Well, mostly.
Now you just want to say you're doing
But
it.
then bulking agent, thank you, Jujubee. But actually like blog about it and stuff like that.
Okay.
Let's see. Tiffany says, while waiting for this Legend Orange Cream to come out, I made vanilla and added essential oils. Madagascar vanilla and wild
That
orange.
does sound amazing.
Chrissy says, if you do the My Chow box, where you pick the flavors, is the surprise big bag flavor the same as the big bag in the surprise box? No.
Because you picked the flavor.
So and let's address that. So we're talking about, you've got two different My Chow subscriptions. You've got the one where you pick everything that you want, and you've got one where everything's a surprise.
Yep.
The one where everything's a surprise, our friend Holly goes through and she figures those
Curates
out.
it.
That has nothing to do with anything to do with the...
Which, if the surprise is a surprise, so it's possible to get flavors that you can't actually pick for the regular My Chow.
Yeah, like we could totally
Because
put Keto Chow Core in there.
If we had a whole bunch of it, we could
Orange
put it in.
cream
Yeah.
is in the surprise box this month.
It is?
Yeah. Joe and Rachel did an unboxing, and orange cream is totally in there.
How did I not remember that?
I don't know. Maybe you weren't paying attention when I was watching it.
Maybe.
But now, in the pick your own, there's an option for I want the surprise one. And that's actually one of the questions for tonight.
Okay.
If you select or receive more than one surprise flavor in one of the build your own kits,
Yes.
will it be different surprise flavors? No. So for the month of, I'm making this up. For the month of October, the single meal surprise flavor for the build your own was
Chocolate.
Chocolate. And the large bag was
Blah, blah.
lemon.
Yeah.
And if anybody who picked Surprise Me would get
Those flavors.
those flavors. Like they would, if they picked 3 of the surprise singles, they would get 3 chocolates. So, and there's no correlation between the surprise
and the surprise
surprise
kit. They don't have anything to do with each other. Except that they're Keto Chow.
GGB says, nerd.
Yeah.
This guy says about a 16-ounce bottle of liquid sucralose over a year ago, and it still has 3/4 of the bottle. It is
Yeah, it lasts forever.
so potent.
Do we have liquid sucralose?
We do.
Yeah, we do.
Rhonda says, hello bears, anything of Chow family? I normally use the liquid
Rhonda,
magnesium, but I
hi, how
ordered
are
tablets
you?
this time. So if I remember
Milligrams.
correctly, they're capsules, they're not tablets. There's an important distinction, but whatever. So if I remember correctly, each of the capsules has 100 milligrams of magnesium.
Okay.
And a serving is 2 of the capsules, and it's like 206.
Right.
So you would look at the liquid and you say, oh, how much of this do I need to get 100 milligrams of magnesium? Okay, so I need to do, that's how it correlates. Off the top of my head, I don't remember what the conversion factor is. Len says the ice cream challenge is one she could get on board with.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What's that
This is
sound?
if you want a big bag of core before it comes out in the product line, order the base and add cocoa powder.
Yeah.
Well, so the base
But
is
you
something
also would need
different.
to do, you could do the base, but then you'd have to do
Well-
protein powder and cocoa powder.
Yeah, so the base is everything but sweetener, flavoring, and protein. Now there's also the beef soup base, which is I think what you're talking about.
Oh,
That
yeah.
actually is the unsweetened core without the chocolate flavoring or cocoa powder. It actually has both of them in it.
Right.
So there's a chocolate shake flavoring in addition to the cocoa powder. Miriam, when we were making it, she's like, that's not chocolatey enough. And so
More chocolate,
it actually
please.
has more chocolate flavor than the regular chocolate Keto Chow.
I need more.
Well, that says orange cream, one of the perks of getting the surprise box.
Ooh.
This guy says I took my bottle of electrolyte tablets and put them in my pill box out of the bottle, and they mutated into puffs of weirdness.
I
Yes.
know. I'm sorry.
That's actually why you can't get the electrolyte tablets right now. We're pretty close to having a solution for that.
formulating.
Teresa says, are all the surprise
Reformulating.
boxes the same for everyone that month? Yes,
Yes.
they are. And that's why you can get 20% off on the surprise one, and it's 15% off if you do the build your own.
Yep, because it's a bunch of people in the warehouse building the boxes, and then they just sit there and wait for someone to order it.
Mimi's here. Hi, Mimi.
Mimi, hi. How are you?
Okay. So here's a question that someone asked
Okay.
on our Facebook something or other.
Somewhere.
Are any of the natural flavors used in Keto Chow made from corn or contain maltodextrin?
Oh, are any of the natural flavors, or just any of the flavors at all? None of them are made from corn. None of them have maltodextrin, so
Yeah.
I guess that any of the flavors have none of those things.
Yeah. And while we were in Hawaii, there was someone who got on the Facebook support group and was being really funny about. So let's see. Let me just pull this up. Keto Chow canola. Okay. On some of the savory flavors, it says that it has, like at the very end, it has canola oil or sunflower oil
Oh, that's
in the
right.
ingredients. Okay. It's in the ingredients, but not in the actual packaged product because it's used as a lubricant for the machinery that makes the flavoring. I would rather that Yeah, here we go. So it's listed on the ingredients, and we actually could have left it off and just hidden it under natural flavors.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody would have known except us, but we didn't want to risk exposing someone that's allergic.
Mm-hmm.
There are some products in the keto space that don't disclose that their flavorings are made with maltodextrin.
Yeah.
We've actually put forth a lot of effort.
It takes a lot of effort to get them without the maltodextrin.
Without maltodextrin.
Period.
You have to put your foot down and stomp like a petulant little child.
And then they still send us the wrong stuff sometimes. And we're
do.
like, nope.
And they're like, oh, we're having... Actually, it was with the raspberry cheesecake. They're like, we're having problems with the raspberry cheesecake. We could make this... we were able to like replicate it, but it used maltodextrin. We're like, no.
Nope.
It's not even... It's a non-starter.
No.
So none of the flavors, as far as I'm aware, use any corn byproducts.
Yep.
But also none of them contain maltodextrin. Someone also wanted to know about salicylates, which is what you find in aspirin.
There's not any of that either.
Well, I don't think there is.
That we know of.
I'm fairly confident that there is none of that.
Why would it be in there?
Well, it comes from plants, and we don't use a lot of plant-derived ingredients. Mm-hmm. I'm actually not sure why this is like a hot topic thing. I think somebody must have done a video where they talked about how this is bad for you and you need to avoid it. Mm-hmm. Please enlighten me if you happen to know why everybody's freaking about salicylates. Mm-hmm. But as far as I'm aware, none of that is in any of the flavoring that we have, which is the only place that it would be.
Yeah.
And I did reach out to our flavor manufacturer and say, can you
double check?
Because a lot of the stuff is proprietary, and we have to say, can you tell me if it has pineapple extract, like the pina colada? Mm-hmm. Can you tell me if the raspberry cheesecake flavoring has actual raspberries?
Because it's small enough amounts that it fits under the natural flavorings. And that's just how business works in the flavor world.
Yep.
So like we're weird because we always are demanding all of these specifications.
We were we were told that it didn't have any coffee. Mm-hmm. Turns out it has a little tiny bit.
And it's a tiny bit. Like
less than a tenth of a gram.
You probably smell more coffee walking through the coffee aisle at the grocery store than you would have eaten it.
But so we found out about that, and we changed the ingredients as soon as we found out. Let's see. Alyssa says, don't forget with My Chow surprise box, you can also get pre-release flavors.
That's true.
Also true.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Let's see. Jennifer says, the whole week I'll be in Texas. There you go.
Woohoo!
Alyssa says, as far as putting oils in your foods that were used for axle grease on wagon wheels, there still hasn't been a study on this to date to prove that it's safe. Yeah. GV says, I applaud that you're so careful to say, I don't think so. Not just nope. Well, and until I get word back from them that no, it does not, I can't. I don't want to expose someone to something that they are actually allergic to, rather than theologically adverse to. So, there you go. Tina says, does anyone put avocado in the shakes for fat? I got one, but I'm nervous to try it.
Yeah.
Throw it in with a blender.
Yeah.
In fact,
there's avocado in our fridge right now.
Avocado.
Yes! Because they were going to go bad and we were leaving, so I put them in ice cube trays. And it was awesome.
Yep. Okay. I got to get a couple other questions for you.
Okay,
Keto Chow can taste really salty. Any tips for getting rid of the salty taste? And what causes it?
That's a good question and a good statement, right? So we've encountered this before. A lot of times we find that if you don't put enough water in, sometimes it tastes too salty. Something else we've noticed, how early in your keto journey you are, it may taste saltier when you're first starting keto. And then when you're into keto for a while, it tastes really sweet. So your taste will change on your keto journey. So that's something we've noticed. So add more water, and then also note that you just may it may taste salty because you're new.
Yeah, but adding more water is, that's the easiest fix. Now, in a blender bottle, I usually fill it up with water almost to the threads.
Threads, yeah.
And I find that just works the best for me. Jenna says, sorry, late to the party. Any idea when the electrolyte tablets will be available?
I don't know.
The problem is they swell up and break apart.
Yeah.
And so we're working on a solution for that. I don't have a date, unfortunately. Radical Geek says, add more water to reduce saltiness.
Yeah.
Lance says, avocado will make your shake super creamy.
Super creamy.
It does increase the total carbs, though.
Yes.
Just be aware of that. Okay, tips and info for people that have had bariatric surgery.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going
So
to
do we have a website? Is that
Keto Chow Bariatric. Ba, ba, ba. That's not it. We're looking for, that was an ad. This one.
Oh.
Why is keto the best
Lisa.
post-bariatric surgery diet?
Wah, wah.
So this one right here.
That's me.
That's you. So
I need a hair trim. Something fierce.
The link for this is in the description of the video you're watching right now.
Okay.
I put it in there ahead of time. But
Good
this
job.
is Miriam. She's interviewing Lisa.
My mouth like this.
There's Lisa.
She's so great.
And Lisa had bariatric surgery.
In 99. Mm-hmm. And I think my mom had it. Oh, my mom had it at the same time. Was it 99?
I think it was about the same time, yep.
Or was it 2000?
But she talks a lot about why she thinks keto is the best thing to do, why she likes Keto Chow in particular, and how I think she talks about how she mixes it up, and how she has to kind of do it slowly. There's also Southern Christy Davis.
Yes.
Southern Keto Christy Davis. She had bariatric surgery.
A lot of people use Keto Chow that had bariatric surgery. I think you just have to learn, what you can handle and listen to your body for sure, and just be careful as you're trying it out that you don't just drink so much because you can't fill up your stomach anymore. That's the problem, right?
Indeed. Let's see. Joe says, if Keto Chow has all the real salt and the vitamins and minerals, what is the need for the electrolyte tablets? That's actually a very valid question.
That is a good question.
So now Keto Chow doesn't have as much salt as actually I would like it to have.
I always add salt.
The amount of electrolytes that you need kind of depends on your personal needs, how hot it is where you are, how much water you're drinking, stuff like that.
How much you're exercising.
Now, most people
Sweating.
also aren't using Keto Chow as their exclusive source of nutrition.
Right.
They're doing it maybe twice a day.
Or twice a week.
Or twice a week, or once a day, or 3 times a day because they just didn't want to cook dinner that night. And in cases where you do 3 Keto Chows a day, you wouldn't actually need the Keto Chow Daily Minerals, the ones that Dr. Barry came up with. But the electrolyte drops, the magnesium drops, or the fasting drops, which are mostly sodium, the fasting drops, those are more of a spot treatment of if you feel like you need more electrolytes. You could absolutely use real salt and salt your food.
Yeah.
Which
is great. We do that too.
We also have the electrolyte supplements. They're available. We price them as low as we possibly can. We don't really make a lot of money on them. But we're trying to make it so that people have something they can use to get good electrolytes that doesn't have any sweetener, doesn't have any flavor, doesn't have any color, doesn't have any caffeine. You can add it to anything you want.
Yep.
Put it in your coffee, put it in your water, put it in whatever you want to do.
You can add more or less.
Yep.
So that's what we have that for.
Yep. So, and now the tablets are different from the drops in that it's a pill that you swallow. So if you don't like the salty flavor, you could swallow that.
Yep.
But the problem is we used a powder that was pressed into a pill form and then coated with a little bit of stuff to make it not swell up. The problem is they would still swell up. And so if you had them exposed to any amount of humidity, they would swell up, break apart, and just,
And it was horrible. But they were wonderful. So it's sad that
Jennifer wants to know when the cruise is. Very first week of June.
4th?
Yep. MG wants to know, are we going to make any more of the glass dropper bottles of the daily minerals?
Not right now. We do not have it in the plans.
Nope. They were announced as a limited edition.
It was a fun Black
just
Friday
for Black
thing.
Friday. And we
they're
ended up
fun,
having them
I like
quite a
them.
long time.
I like
But they were not planning on making them in that form again. They may come back in a different form, but that particular thing, it was a one-time deal.
It's a collector's item.
Yes. Now, you could just buy a glass dropper bottle
Yep.
and fill up the daily minerals with that.
Fill
that up
with it.
Me talk good. Let's see. Lynette posted the bariatric video.
Thank
nice.
you.
And Bill says, I saw a unicorn flavored keto chow recipe with blueberry pie keto chow and strawberry keto chow. Nice.
Nice.
Let's see. Mike says, I had a gastric bypass, low carb. Was the diet recommended by my surgeon? Really?
Which is so great. I'm so
Wow.
glad that they recommended that.
Tina says, I had bariatric surgery 8 years ago. I've been keto for the most of 3 years. Keto rocks. It keeps my weight under control.
Yeah.
Before I started keto, I was gaining weight.
Oh, and isn't that terrifying? Like, oh, it's just
Yep. Melissa points out, one chow is 1/3 of what you need for the day. Now, it might not be all the protein that you need, though that depends on your needs.
Yep.
And again, it might not be all the sodium that you need.
Yep.
Dennis is 2 hours into shoveling snow. Do you think that Max is actually going to do the front walk?
I don't know.
Anyway,
We'll have to get the mail another day.
Dennis says it just keeps coming. I just saw Alton Brown's recent redo of his vanilla ice cream. He uses a significant amount of half and half, which is funny because why use half and half? Half and half is half cream, half milk. Why not just use
Half cream, half water.
and water? And that actually brings up the next thing we wanted to discuss.
Okay.
Why do I see so many people talking about mixing keto chow with almond milk? Is that necessary?
Oh, it is not necessary. I think people like it. I think people think that it's going to taste better. And I never use almond milk. Almonds are amazing that they can be flour and that they can be almonds and that they can be a pizza crust and that they can be a cake crust or something. But I don't need more almonds in my life.
if it enhances the flavor and you like it, absolutely
Go
feel free
ahead.
to use almond milk in place of the water component.
You
we mix
still
in keto
want
chow.
to add some fat.
Yeah, because there's not fat or protein or really much of anything in almond milk. You could also use brewed coffee instead of the water component in keto chow. I would not ever recommend using milk.
Yes.
Skim, whole, 2%. It's got a lot of sugar in it. You would be better off to use water and some heavy cream than to use milk.
And then pretend it's skim.
Yep. Andy is off, getting ready for bed. Just made 3 shakes for tomorrow. Raspberry cheesecake, snickerdoodle, and chocolate mint.
Yes.
See, I made 2 raspberry cheesecakes.
You did.
A snickerdoodle, a banana, and a vanilla at work. And then I was on my way out the door and I went, I forgot to test them.
Oh, take them home.
Now Janet says, and if you use the tablets, it's no taste. It's funny, Miriam bought a Hawaiian shirt for her dad.
Oh, yeah. I need to give it to him.
And you bought a volleyball for Max.
Yeah.
We didn't get any other souvenirs.
Yeah. We got souvenirs for ourselves.
Well,
only because we left our dive boots at Joe and Rachel's house.
Yeah, water shoes. We left our water shoes in Florida. Didn't notice.
They're the special shoes that go inside your fins. You can snorkel and scuba without them just fine.
Yeah, but they'll dig into your
But
foot.
the fins kind of dig into your feet. And since we're babies, we just bought ourselves some new dive boots.
But we came home with a lot of pictures.
Yeah. And our feet weren't dug up because we snorkeled a lot. I snorkeled a lot.
Yep. Mike says I'm liking the mag pills at bedtime over the drops.
Yeah. I do both actually still.
Yeah. Karen wants to know if anybody knows the difference between the regular admission and the VIP admission at the Hard to Kill Summit. So there's a meet and greet that you're able to go to with a VIP, and I think they have different seating.
Also, I think the VIPs get swag bags or something.
Yeah, you'd actually have to check on their website, the Hard to Kill Summit. They would have that information all in there.
Yeah, but Karen, I'm so excited to see
Jen
you.
says, I love the electrolyte tablets, and I've never had a problem with them swelling. Really?
Good.
Now, if you have the ones where we put 2 of them into a bag,
Yeah, they should.
that had the wrong date printed on it.
Yeah, hello.
We printed those like a year before they were actually filled. They should not have had a date on them.
That was dumb.
And so we ended up, we're like, that sucks. So we ended up just giving them away because we couldn't sell them. Rhonda says, I've not tasted the sticky bun flavor. It was out of stock when the Irish cream was on sale. Is it available yet? Not yet. I haven't tested it yet. But
I don't think it's here.
no, I don't think it's here. It's ordered.
It's not here to test.
I know.
So
They're supposed to be making it.
okay.
They were finishing up other stuff. They were waiting for the flavor to come in. So
Eventually.
you'll know when we have it.
We'll let you know.
Mike says, I want winter over before I visit Utah. Alyssa says, macadamia nut milk and almond milk, both unsweetened, make wonderful mediums. Call Keto Chow the butter.
Keto Chow.
Okay.
Yeah.
The butter emulsifies very well.
And that's what you like, and that's great. Like, that's so awesome.
Annabelle likes to use almond milk and Keto Chow ice cream. There you go. Older Pennsylvania says you have to be careful with almond milk because it can have an insane amount of calcium. I'd stopped using the fortified because my blood calcium is too high.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
GGB likes brewed coffee and the caramel macchiato.
Nice.
It's so fancy, just saying.
It is. It's so fancy.
Cindy, we're glad that you caught this as well.
Hey, how are you?
Mike says, I don't think that's the way weather works, Lynette.
I'm sending you love, Cindy.
Because, Lynette says maybe he should bring some Las Vegas heat. This weekend,
Yeah.
I'm actually going down to Cedar City,
Yeah.
in case you want to know, Mike. Annabelle says, would you ever make a plain raspberry keto chow? It's not in the works. I've had a couple people suggest that
Just
they've
throw
also...
like 2 raspberries into a keto chow,
or
and then it'll be
a vanilla
plain.
keto chow. Other people have suggested a cheesecake, not raspberry cheesecake, just cheesecake. That's also not something I've ever
How about you
really
just
considered
eat a
working on.
cheesecake?
Karen says, do I get to meet all my special people on a regular mission? There was
yeah.
time to meet the different
There's tons
speakers.
of times.
Just you won't be able to go to the meet and greet, is my understanding. But again, you'll
yeah,
want
we're
to
not
go
sure
to
for
their
sure.
website to get the information. Stephanie says, I've tried Keto Chow as waffles and blender ice cream only. Really?
Nice. You should try it as a shake and see
You
what
should
you
try it
think.
as hot chocolate. It's so good. You take Keto Chow and you put it in a mug and you heat it up in the microwave.
And then you stir it with a straw.
Ryan is here. Hi, Ryan. Mike says, I'm saving up all my points for whenever something new happens.
Nice. Upstate keto girl has a migraine. I'm so
Oh.
sorry.
GB says, I went out with my oldest to get the bags of amendments needed to mix raised bed soil. Okay.
Ooh.
And it was 861. My first garden peas poked out of the ground today.
Oh, wow.
it was 86.
86 degrees.
Oh, okay.
It looks like it won.
Mike says Cedar City gets surprisingly cold. Yes. So
Yeah.
Sam has a science Olympiad there this Friday night. Well, Saturday.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Saturday morning. Teresa says, I love getting the electrolyte tablets for free. Thank you. You are welcome. Cindy says, 2 more weeks. We'll be headed to KetoCon. This is they make
Is
every
Debbie
Keto Chow
coming
ice
too?
cream I have with unsweetened almond or macadamia nut milk. I'm a 90% carnivore. My 10% is Keto Chow and nut milk. Ah, there you go.
That's perfect.
GGB says, tomorrow I'll get down and dirty planting stuff. Around here in Utah, it is on a regular
This
year
time
when
of
it's
year,
not
you'd
snowing.
be planting right now.
No, you wouldn't. You never plant before Mother's Day.
You'd be pre-planting because people often seed in the house.
That is true.
So like we'll seed
They set
in
up
the
their grow
house,
boxes and everybody thinks they're making marijuana.
and then we take them outside and let them see the weather, and then we put them outside.
Yeah.
Or if you plant it in the ground, you have to like wrap them up in case of freeze, which we had a freeze today. So
Yes, we did. And that reminds people that the rewards points do expire after 6 months.
oh,
When
thank
you get rewarded, it'll tell you when the expiration date is. And if you contact customer service, they can actually give you a breakdown of here's all your rewards and here's when they expire and stuff like that. Lynn says, could we use 4 ounces of cream cheese for the fat?
Yes,
I will allow it.
I love it.
You could also use peanut butter. You could
just
use
eat
coconut
cream
oil.
cheese.
You could use coconut milk. You could use butter. You could use avocados. You could use olives. I don't know why you'd want to do that. You can use olive oil, which I think tastes kind of weird. Literally anything that's fatty, you
That's
absolutely can use
saturated
it.
fat.
Be aware that you probably want to avoid stuff that's higher in carbs, though.
Yes.
I did see someone was using Rebel milk
Oh, yeah.
to mix up keto chow. I'm like, okay, it has a lot of total carbs, but
Yeah.
because I think it uses allulose. So,
Oh, yeah, that's true. So just be aware of what you are doing.
Yep.
When we were in Hawaii, we had to check out at 10, but didn't have to be at the airport till like 6 or something.
Yeah.
So
Flight
we,
was at 8:30.
Grabbed any food that we could possibly carry in a cardboard box. And like an hour into our drive away from the house, I'm like, anybody want some celery and cream cheese? And I like passed it around the car.
Hey, we all ate it. And
It was delicious.
Yep. Brenda says, I would add olives to the keto chum.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Mike says, I need to buy more long pants. I haven't replaced all my clothing yet.
Oh, that's exciting.
Melissa says, do you guys do tours? I have friends I've been in Provo on occasion. That would be a fun outing. If you come here, make sure you contact us because, we'll give you the 5-cent tour.
If we're out of town or something.
There's not a lot to say. Well, I would think it was cool if I was coming to visit us and go around.
It's cool.
Because we went to visit Nush, and that was
That
fascinating.
was so fun.
And they have a much smaller operation
Yeah, our
than we
warehouse could eat their warehouse.
But they're actually doing production there, whereas we don't do
Yeah,
production there.
that was fun because we got to see like all the cookie sheets and pancake presses, all the things.
Yep. Karen says, okay, the website doesn't explain it very well, the VIP stuff.
Oh, okay.
Just don't want my regulars. Just don't want... okay, yeah. Mike says the tour was cool. All right, well, we've been on an hour.
Yeah, let's go to bed.
Oh, my gosh. I need to go to sleep.
Mister, I can't sleep in the night because I'm fixing problems in my brain.
Hey, I made amazing progress today.
Yes, I'm so glad. And I had a horrible dream that you had an affair. So then you took your wedding ring off and I got all terrified.
Okay, Lori says, I packed Keto Chow just in case on our trip to Cuba.
Nice.
Ended up testing positive. Isolated in a room with only my Keto Chow for meals.
Oh, I'm
I
glad
am
you
so
took
sad,
some.
but I'm glad you had something.
I mean, even though you probably were horribly miserable.
Yes.
Oh, honey.
Think of all the TV you were not able to watch because you couldn't get internet. Anyway. Okay, well, on that happy note, thank you everybody for joining us. We'll be back on Monday morning.
Yep.
So, if not sooner.
Tweedledee, tweedledee.
All right, bye guys.
Bye.